Hello, my name is Cynthia and I will be your nurse today. And first off, we want to just verify your identity. So I'm going to just ask you your first and last name. Okay? All right, good. And your date of birth? Okay, great. And I was checking that on her armband. All right, so what I'm going to do, Ms. Jones, today is to teach you what's called the postoperative exercises. And these actually we encourage you to do before surgery as well as doing them after surgery as well. Okay? And did you have any questions before we get started? Okay. All right, great. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to teach you the diaphragmatic breathing. So you're going to make sure to start this off, you're going to be either seated in a chair if you're comfortable there and can sit in a chair, with your feet, both of the feet to the ground, no crossing your legs or anything like that. So you can either sit in a chair or in the bed. If you're in the bed, you want to kind of have the bed up like this so you're more upright, definitely not laying back, okay? And that's called the semi-Fowler's or the Fowler's position, which is 45 to 90 degrees. So what I'm going to have you do is, like I said, the diaphragmatic breathing. And basically is when you're doing the diaphragmatic breathing, that means you're breathing from your diaphragm, which is here. And to find that, that's right up under your rib cage. So you want to have it like right here. And they're kind of touching because your diaphragm is like this shape, you know, right up under your rib cage. So what you're going to do is you're going to breathe through your nose, okay? And then exhale out your mouth, but your mouth has to be in an O shape like this when you're breathing out. Okay, so we're going to do that about 3 to 5 times. So when you do that, when you breathe, you should feel your diaphragm moving. So when you breathe in, you feel it going down, breathe out, you feel it going up. So breathe in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. Okay, and again, like I said, you're going to do that about 3 to 5 times. Okay, all right, and so the second thing is what you'll be given is called an incentive spirometer. And basically what that is it's like a box and it has a tube attached to it. And you're going to actually breathe in through the tube as deep as you can. And basically what that does is that helps the air circulate and everything and get things moving in your lungs so that you don't have mucus or any sediment or whatever that it could be just in your lungs, just sitting there, sedentary. Because if it's just sitting there, then that's how infection and bacteria can start multiplying and creating itself. And that's where infection could come from. So we want to definitely keep that moving. And you want to do that every 2 hours, while you're awake. And you're going to do 10 slow, deep breaths. So you're going to make sure that your mouth and your lips are around that tube. And you're going to take in slow, deep breaths. And then you're going to blow out. And then there's a meter on it. So when you take in your breath, you'll see that needle going up. Okay, so your physician may give you a goal that you want to set where you want to keep that needle at when you're, breathing. The other one that we will have you do is called puff coughing. And it's just like a gentle way to cough. It's kind of like clearing your throat, but a little bit more, to it. And that's just to, expel the mucus out. Again, like I said, make sure that mucus is not just staying in there and staying sedentary, because that's where the infection will come in at. Okay, and so you're going to do small airway, like low level, as well as large, high level. So you're going to do this about 3 times on each side. And you may want to use your pillow, because if you have an incision, you don't want to, bust those incisions. So you want to, hug the pillow, not too much pressure, but just enough where you feel like you're supporting where that incision is. And so you're going to breathe in, like large breaths through your nose. You're going to hold it for about 3 seconds, and then you're going to blow it out. But then you're going to huff when you're blowing out like this. Like that. So when you do that, like I said, do it 3 times. It's a little bit gentler than just hard coughing. So you need to definitely use your pillow, when you're doing that. And then there's another one called controlled coughing. So you're going to also, make sure through all of these, you're still sitting upright. Okay. And you're going to slowly do 2 breaths in through your nose and exhale with pursed lips. Remember, like I said, with the oval lips, so you're going to take in 2 slow breaths, and then you're going to exhale with those pursed lips, and you're going to cough like 2 or 3 times without exhaling though. So it's going to look like this. You're going to breathe in, 2 slow breaths through your nose, hold for 3 seconds, and cough. And so when you do that, you want to make sure that if you cough up any mucus, that you note that if you smell any odor with it, or the consistency or the color of that mucus, because that will give us indication of if there's an infection or maybe what's going on or what's in your lungs. Okay, so you're going to want to do that numerous times a day, 2-3 times a day, just to make sure things are flowing in there. And the other thing that you want to do is we want to make sure that you're not laying in the same position for long durations of time. So we're going to want to have you turn or change positions, in the bed. So in order to do that, you want to lay all the way on your back, because that helps. Because if the bed is up, it's just, a little bit more difficult. So you want to lay all the way on your back. And then you're going to have your heels, and you're going to kind of dig your heels into the mattress and shift to one side. And you're also going to be holding that pillow too, because you don't want to turn and then just, hurt those incisions. So you're going to be holding your pillow, and you're going to turn to one side. And say, for example, if you want to, turn to the left, you'll bend your left leg and then reach with your left hand and then turn, so it's going to be all in one motion. And if you want to do it to the other side, you would do the same thing. On your right, you're going to be, laying down, of course, and then you're going to bend your right leg, and then you're going to grab the bed rail and turn to the right. And like I said, it's all one motion. You want to do that about every 2 hours, because if not, then you can get what's called deep vein thrombosis, or commonly known as blood clots. And we definitely do not want that, because if you get blood clots, then those can travel, to your lungs, they can travel to your heart, they can travel to your brain, and you get a stroke. So, it's very important that you do these exercises and these turns so that that blood doesn't pool into, your extremities, like your legs or your feet, and end up with a blood clot. We certainly don't want that. So, like I said, make sure that you're doing that about every two hours, okay? And the other one that we want to have you do as well, so that you don't get blood clots or anything like that, are the leg exercises. So what a nursing staff may do, and also what you want to do as well, is take a look at your legs, make sure that there isn't any swelling, there isn't any warmth or any tenderness, especially around the calf areas, both before and after surgery. So you're just going to take a look and everything like that. And so the exercises for the feet, of course, your feet are going to be like this, straight up in the bed. And you're going to take your big toes and you're going to, basically make circles with your toes. That's the easiest way to do it. Then that way it's rotating your foot and your ankle, so that, again, you have some motion which creates circulation so that you don't get blood clots. And also, you're going to do those about 5 times. Then you're also going to do the foot extensions and flexions. So you're going to point your feet towards the foot of the bed, and then back towards the head of the bed, to the foot of the bed, back towards the head of the bed. And you want to do that, like I said, You want to do that 5 times, each. So with all of that, do you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that for me? Okay, great. Okay, and so again, you want to do this before surgery as well as after. And the last thing that I would do definitely is to document everything that we did, the education with the patient, that I demonstrated it. She was able to demonstrate it back, stating that she did not have any questions, and we should be good from there. Okay. All right, Ms. Jones, you have a great day. And if you need anything, your call light is right there. I put it right here in your bed, so it's an easy reach for you. And again, if you need anything, don't hesitate to press the call light. Okay? All right. You have a good day.